And welcome to the JJK and 3x3 YouTube station. My name is Jason Newsham. I am the president of JJK and 3x3. Proud to be brought to you by Jolt Credit Union. Our Chalk Talk tonight is going to focus on some two-ball dribbling. It includes a sheet that we had sent out to participants in our summer program. We're also going to show some demonstrations of some shooting drills that, again, are part of our summer program, kind of a preparation, so to speak. And then the last thing we're going to do is how we like to introduce different ways of doing layups into your pregame routine that will give you a little bit more game action, game activity. So buckle up. We're getting ready for the first round of Chalk Talk of 2023. Again, brought to you by Jolt Credit Union. And again, I am Jason Newsham, your host and the president of JJK and 3x3. We look forward to you enjoying the show, and we'll be right back after this brief message. All right, so now we're going to demonstrate the two-ball dribbling from the sheet that we sent out to the parents on Monday. You have Caden Blanchard on the right and Brendan Newsham demonstrating on the left. What we're going to do is we're going to call out from the top to the bottom and let you know exactly what your son or your daughter needs to be working on when they're doing their two-ball dribbling. On the sheet, there's the drill and then the date, so they can mark down how many they're doing in 1 minute. So if they do all these together, it should take them about 20 minutes worth of two-ball dribbling as a warm-up. So we're going to start just simply as number one is together. Kaden is going to do two-ball dribbling together. She's keeping the ball low, fingertips on top, and her eyes up. Brendan is going to alternate. All right. Just alternate, good. And now Kaden is going to do right high, left low. You want to get this up to your shoulder, keep the ball on the left as low as you can, but maintaining control. Brendan is going to do left high, right low. Same thing, ball goes up to the shoulder, keeping the right hand down between the ankle and the knee. Kaden is now going to do the right over, left cross. So she's going to take her right hand over the ball, and she's going to cross over with her left hand. Important thing to look at is make sure you're crossing the ball over with your left hand and not just dropping it down. Brendan will do the left crossover with the right cross. So his right hand is crossing it over and his left hand is going over. Good. Now what we're going to do is Kaden is going to go right behind and then a left cross. So she's going to go right behind with a left crossover. Really try to get into a rhythm when you start doing it. Take as many dribbles in between as you can. That's necessary to get you into a rhythm. Brendan will do left behind with the right crossover. So he goes left behind and then a right crossover. So he'll do that one more time. And again, take a couple dribbles in, get yourself into a rhythm. And it's okay how many times that you put the ball away from you. The biggest thing to do is remember you're going to make mistakes. And this is where you want to make mistakes, is when you're working on your game. So take as many dribbles as you need. So Kaden will do the windmill alternate. So she's going to go forward. And she's going to go right hand to right hand, left hand to left hand. And again, she can put in a dribble if she needs to get into a rhythm, but once you get it, you kind of have a good feel for it. Brendan's going to go reverse, so he's going to go from behind. So he's going to go right behind, left behind. So you've got a chance to do forward windmill, and then you have a chance to do the backward windmill. And again, take dribbles, as many as you need. Kaden is now going to do the roll and pull. She's going to do roll and pull alternate. So she's going to pull one back and go roll one forward. So she's going to continue going back and forward on the side of her leg. As she gets into a little bit more, the quicker the speed will increase. Again, take your time with this. Brendan's going to do at the same time. So he's going to do roll and pull at the same time. And I promise this summer we'll have basketballs that have the same amount of air in it. All right, so now we're going to go in and out together. So Kaden will do in and out. Want to bring the balls as close as she can without hitting them and get them outside of her legs so she's getting a good wingspan with her arms. Brendan's going to do alternate. So he's going to go in and out alternate. The fun one for Kaden will be a right circle, and the left will stay stationary. So she goes through her right leg with the right hand, and her left hand will maintain a stationary dribble. She's got a good rhythm going right now. Now she's going to demonstrate keeping her left hand still and going through with the right hand. So take another little bit of rhythm in it, but she does a great job. Brendan will do the left circle and the right stationary, so he keeps the right stationary, and then brings the left one through. We don't have it on this sheet, but we will work going forward with the ball, going from behind, and then we'll have it going forward too. The most fun one on the list is going to be the right, left, chase the ball figure eight. Caden will demonstrate the figure eight. What that is both balls just keep going in the same direction. You have the back ball trying to catch the front ball. Obviously, it shouldn't happen. Who knows, it may happen. Brendan will demonstrate our right cross continuous. So it's just dribble crossover and hand off left to right. You want to make sure you're handing the ball from your left to your right and not tossing it. So he's just going quick, I hand, I hand, I hand. And Caden will demonstrate left cross continuous. And she will do another quick demonstration. And again, it's all about rhythm. So when you guys are working at home, find a rhythm. Go slow. You can always increase your speed. And it's okay to make mistakes. So we have what's left on here is a free throw back, half court back together, and then we do the alternate. So that'll be something that we will just simply take from the stationary position and get the players moving. So this is your 2-ball dribbling drills off of the sheet. Feel free to watch it again, show your son or your daughter. If you have any questions, obviously contact us at info@jjkn3x3.com. We'll be right back to show you some shooting demonstrations right after this break.
I got that new thing, new style, new walk. I got that new vibe, new grip, new talk. Been traveling around the world, and ain't nobody quite like me. I got that new thing, new style, new walk. Go ahead, take a picture.
And welcome back to the JJKN 3x3 skills and drills session. We are going to work on our shooting sheet now. The first thing that we have on the sheet is our form shooting. We recommend that you do 15 makes. That's why the 15 is already in there. I don't care how many it takes. I want you to try to make 15 shots from the block, from the middle of the paint, and then from the opposite block. So that is what you're going to do for your warm-up. And then we're going to get into elbow to elbow with no dribble. So we're going to demonstrate Caden first, and Brendan will be used as a rebounder. However, we're going to show you other way, if you don't have a rebounder, what you can do to make this work. Again, we're trying to time ourselves in 1-minute increments. So if you have a rebounder, great, you're going to have higher numbers. You may want to put a note on the date if you're doing this by yourself. So we're going to start right now. Caden will go elbow to elbow with no dribble. She's going to shoot 2 at each. She's going to spin it to herself, get ready to shoot, get to the next elbow, ready to shoot. And now that she's in rhythm, we're going to stop her. So now Brendan is going to demonstrate. He's going to go with a 1 dribble to the right. Now the difference is here, we're not attacking in, we're going side. So rather than going in the bat, we're going to dribble to the side, and he's going to shoot a shot. And when he gets to the opposite elbow, he's going to do the same thing. So he'll take him a little bit further outside the paint, and he's going to come back to the left side dribble. And as soon as he gets into rhythm, we're going to switch it back up, because that's how we do things. So we're going to go left dribble. So she's going to start in the same position, right at the elbow, and she's going to just dribble out to the left. Take her further, a little bit further away. She's going to go to the opposite elbow. She's going to shot fake. Boom. And then she's going to side step, side dribble. Come over to the left elbow, shot fake. Take herself away, get her defender leaning a little bit. And then Brendan is going to start with the next one, which is the right wing to the corner with no dribble. So he's simply just going to take a shot from the right wing. Caden will rebound. He'll go to the corner. We notice his follow through, his nice snap of the follow through. Shots aren't always going to go in, but when they do, it should look just like that, nice and pretty. So now we're going to go right wing to right wing to corner with a 1 dribble to the right. So Caden will start up a little higher on the wing because she's going right, but it's in. We're going to go with a little side dribble, and then she'll attack that way. When she goes to the corner, she's going to be a little limited on her space, so she wants to be tight. Shot fake, step over. And then Brendan's going to demonstrate going with the left. So he's going to do everything. Brendan. So he gets a shot fake, side dribble. Creates space on his move. In the corner, you have a little bit more room going left than Caden had going right. Trying to get him in a little bit of a rhythm. And he'll finish off in the corner. And from the corner, we're going to go to the top of the key, and they're both going to alternate at this point as we move. They'll start at the top of the key. So we're going to skip the left wing to the corner because obviously it's the same thing that you just watched, just on the opposite side. So in this situation, you're going to see where they're coming. So they're going to start at the top of the key, and then they're both going to come to the right. One dribble hard right. And then in this case, you're going to rebound your own shot. Brendan will go. And then she's going to go left. So she'll go top of the key, one dribble left. And you're going to notice they're both getting pretty good space from where they start from, which is what you're looking for. Is you want to create good space on your shot. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. So the next one we're going to go with the step 1 and then left right. So 1. It's a good crossover. So on this one, we're going to go right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 into our plan. So you're going to see a little less footwork on this one, more efficient with the footwork. 1, 2, 3, up. And they'll do the same thing going left. So you got 2 ways you can do it. You can lead with your strong foot. So if he goes 1, 2, 3. And don't worry, those are all going in, the ones you can't see.
Heard that one.
That one's good. Now you're starting to hear the pitch. So she's gonna go lead left, 1, 2, 3, up. Good. 1, 2, 3. All right, so real quick, we're gonna start back at the beginning. Now, if you don't have a rebounder, you can still do these drills. So Caden is gonna start the first one that we did, which was elbow to elbow, and you're gonna see the demonstration if you don't have a rebounder. So you spin it to yourself, you get your shot off, you rebound it, and then when you go to the next spot, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna spin it. So again, it's important to mark down if you have a rebounder or not, because your number of makes should go down a little bit when you're doing it by yourself versus a rebounder. And then Brendan will demonstrate from his spot. So he's going to take that, and he's got 1 dribble right. He'll go rebound it, go to the opposite elbow, spin it to himself, look, get a little step back action there, looking like a little Dirk. For you kids at home, you don't know who Dirk is, look him up, Google him. All right, so Caden will do this one going left. So she shot fake, she goes out left, stop and pop. So that's gonna be what it looks like when you don't have a rebounder with you. So definitely ways in basketball where you don't necessarily need to have a rebounder, although it's great to have one. But you can still get outside, you can still get in your driveway, you can still get downstairs, do 2-ball dribbling without a partner. So a lot easier than being a pitcher and a catcher at the same time. When we come back from this break, we're going to go over one of our layup drills, and that will conclude our chalk talk here on JJKN 3x3.
In life, there are a few rare instances where it's okay to give nothing and get a whole lot of something in return. Take the Kasasa Cash checking account from Jolt Credit Union, for instance. There's no minimum deposit and no minimum balance requirement, so you pay nothing to open the account, no monthly fees to keep it running, and yet you can earn up to 4% APY in dividends month after month. Open your Jolt Credit Union Kasasa Cash checking account at joltcu.com/Kasasa Cash. APY equals annual percentage yield. Federally insured by NCUA. See website for details.
And welcome back to JJKN 3x3 Chalk Talk and Skills and Drills. We're going to go over our last segment here. We're going to go over how we are going to attack our layups. For the kids who have been around, we do power layup series from the elbow that has been pretty effective in getting kids to learn to go off 2 feet with more, as we call it, BNC. And Brendan, remember what BNC stands for? And control. Nice and quiet, nice and quiet. We're in a big room here, so balance and control. So he knows B and C. So what we're going to do a lot of this summer is a lot of reading and working in three-player groups. It helps get people more quicker through lines, and it also allows them to start to develop some camaraderie when they're working with each other, trying to get a good read off of each other. So what we're going to do with this one is they're going to pass me the ball at the top of the key. The first time they're going to curl around our JJKN 3x3 dummy over there and make a regular right hand layup. So they're just going to curl around. In this circumstance, we're not going to pull our dummy down. They are going to go tight as they can without breaking our dummy. So the first layup they're going to do is just a curl around, catch the ball, make a right hand layup. The second time they go through, they're going to make a curl around the dummy, and I'm going to pass the ball. They're going to take one dribble, and they're going to end up with a reverse layup on the left side of the basket. So we're going to see how this goes with our 2 demonstrators. Here we go. That was a regular layup. Now they're going to curl around and take one dribble in for a reverse layup. All right, good. So in that situation is when the screen comes down and sets it on the dummy, they are going to come around. So Brendan will demonstrate right now. He's going to set the screen on the dummy. So he's going down to set the screen. Caden's going to go around. So that's his teammate, or her teammate. So when she goes around him, she's able to grab him by the waist. So there's no room for the defender to get it. So as she goes around, and as you watch, she's going to grab his right waist with her right hand and kind of use his left waist. Good. And she's kind of going to pull herself through. So it catapults her in by keeping her defender. So the only reason she's going to curl in this situation is when her defender follows her around. All right, so when her defender follows her around, she needs to make sure that there's no gap between the screen and where she's coming off of the screen. So the next drill we're going to do is when we refuse the screen. So as Brendan comes down to set the screen and her defender tries to jump it. So her defender tries to avoid the screen and beat her up here. She's going to step up, and then when she curls, or when she steps back through, she wants to make sure her left leg goes behind her. And she wants to do it with contact. So if there's contact here, all right, it's going to force me up a little bit. If she goes with her left leg down that direction, I have this room, so now the passing lane becomes almost gone. So by her getting contact and going this direction, it puts me on her hip and behind her, and then she goes to reverse layup. So we're going to refuse the screen on this one, and we're going to simply go back door. So use the same method, make a right hand layup, and then we're going to do a reverse layup. So Brendan, keep following.
Oh, yeah.
Behind Kate.
Oh. Yeah.
Just make sure you got her way. So now she goes up, she steps through, gets the pass, boom, refuse the screen, goes back, gets it up. Now they're going to do reverse. So refuse. Go through. So now you have the refusal of the screen and you have the curl off of the screen, the 2 things that can happen. The third thing that can happen is if the screener just simply comes up, we call it a flatten. We'll go over that with the kids in another episode. When they go down to set the screen and the defenders switch, when the defenders switch, we run a slip because they're going to have the inside advantage on the defender. So when Brendan goes down to set the screen, he steps, takes the ball, and goes in for the layup. So when he starts going down, right there, they may yell switch. So that means Brendan's defender is going to come up here and guard Caden, and now that leaves him on the inside, and he wants to spin and get that advantage over the defender. So right now they're both going to go down, they're going to slip, regular right hand layup, and then the second time will be with the reverse. Brendan goes down, slip, and he goes up. Caden goes down, slip, and he goes up. Now we're going to do a reverse layup. So he gets it, slips it, uses his body, So those are the 3 types of layups that we're gonna work on. We can do it from all different spots on the floor. We started with them in the corner. It can happen from the wing. We call it a split series. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed our first Chalk Talk and our first skills breakdown for our summer program. We're looking forward to it. By giving you guys this information now, we look forward to the kids coming to camp with a little bit more knowledge and ready to rock and roll. So you're watching Chalk Talk here, hosted by JJK and 3x3. Yeah, we appreciate it. We'll see you next week.